Hi, I'm Alfred de Prado. I'm an attorney, and I've been one for many decades. You might ask yourself, what do I need an attorney for? What can an attorney do for me? How can an attorney help me preserve or improve my way of life? Well, there are lots of ways. Things happen to us in life. For most of us, we go through life without seeking attorney assistance, except perhaps when we make a will, or we set up our own business, or God forbid, when one of the kids gets into trouble at the mall. And that's where I can help you. Did Junior get arrested? My clients don't usually go to jail. I have long experience in the courts, and I certainly can help you there. Well, supposing you don't have any children, well, what would you need me for then? Well, lots of things. If you're by yourself, perhaps all you have to call on are your friends. But if you were to get sick and wind up in the hospital, would they have the authority to speak for you? Would they have a healthcare power of attorney? Could you wind up in some nursing home, helpless, being fed all kinds of drugs and medications that you probably don't need? Well, lawyers are good for these situations. Supposing you have a lot of money and you want to protect your relatives, your close loved ones, and make sure that when you go to another dimension, that they are taken care of, that their needs are looked after. Perhaps you have a child who's got problems and really can't fend for himself or herself. Perhaps you want to set up a trust fund to assure that that child will not do without if something happens to you. These are the areas where lawyers are very useful. You're setting up your first business. Well, this fellow has a restaurant or a store and you're interested in buying it. Well, don't just go and sign an agreement on the back of a napkin. You might find out that this guy or gal owes huge sums of money to the Internal Revenue Service. And if you buy that business without taking the proper precautions and doing the necessary searches, you might find one day that the IRS comes down on you, or the state taxing authority, and the next thing you know, they'll send their representative over when you're selling your house to pay the tax bill that you assumed by buying the business without sending out notices to creditors and checking the tax status of the seller. So yes, attorneys can be useful. I've been an attorney all of my adult life. I've helped a lot of people, and I enjoy helping people when I feel that I can do so. And there are a lot of people who need help. So I'm your big brother, possibly, in court, or when you're in the hospital, or when somebody runs over your big toe with a lawnmower, God forbid. So if you need help, if you think you might want to avoid needing help by taking steps in advance to protect yourself, I can do those things for you, and I'd be delighted to do so. You can call me. My number is 914 area code 962-4100. I wish you well.